Hopefully you all can see the, I don't know, the wind's blowing in the background quite a bit. We'll see if we can get some other shots. It's an absolute crazy day, and it's been an absolute crazy winter. Back here, when I put this seed down, like at the end of October, it was absolute. A lot of it came through, but I missed some spots. I tried doing my, mustache stripes for Movember that killed a lot of the, baby grass due to my repeated passes. I want to say I did like 40 or 50 passes over certain areas trying to get everything right. But everything's bounced back except for, dog pee stains and the whole mustache looking fertilizer spread drop zone there. Everything's looking really, really good. The front is looking really good as well. Take a look at it. Absolutely crazy how well everything's doing so far. My Bermuda's actually still not fully dormant. You have to really look hard to find it, but it's still, you can still find some green. It's not entirely, brown and asleep. The Bermuda experiment, holy cow, is actually thriving quite a bit compared to what it was back in November when I last showed it. I can't believe how well, it's slowly filling it. It's not all green. It honestly looks like a really, really bad POA infestation, but it's not. I can tell by looking. It's, my little HGT babies coming in, waking up, and they're doing their thing. You would think with the warmer weather that I'd actually be able to get a lot of stuff done outside, but honestly, that hasn't been the case. The only thing I'm really good at getting done is keeping this winter tarp cover drained, and I just use the old siphon method. I've only inhaled the nasty tarp water a couple times, so I should be good, and I'm not really worried about the consequences of that. But Dark Sky just went off saying something's getting ready to hit the fan right now because I pay for the subscription, but I haven't been able to do much because everything's so wet. Like when I mow, and you all know I did that mow the other day, filming for episode 2 of The Shed, but I can't get out to do the rest of it because it's so wet. But looking down in here, this whole area, and come to find out that overgrowth is washed away HGT. I started taking a good look, and all that's Kentucky bluegrass growing into my swale. So I don't know what to do with that. I may just kind of leave that little area and remove the rock, and we'll just leave that as a little KBG swale. But everything down here, it always stays moist down here, but it's been just overly bad. You can see the marks that the Toro leaves behind. So it's that right there where I can't actually get a whole lot of stuff done. I'm like, everything's just, it turns into mud, and working in mud is not fun at all. Mud runs are awesome. I did one time, but digging in, I just don't like digging in mud because everything just clumps up and just sticks and is turning nasty. So all this rain and moisture has actually kind of put a hindrance on what I could do. With everything going dark now early, days are starting to get longer, but all my work has to happen on the weekends right now, and that seems to be when everything hits, is on the weekends. So I can't really get a lot done. I thought it was going to be raining all day today, and they keep changing things, but it's coming now. Probably within the next 10 or 15 minutes we'll start getting the initial bits, and then everything else will come after that. So yeah, this winter's been absolutely weird so far. We'll still see how it goes. I do believe that it will get very cold very fast and will stay that way for a while. We had sun out earlier, but now we're back into our traditional overcast. I have kind of finalized my plans though for the backyard and where I anticipate things to go. So this whole area back here, well, no, this whole area back here, my little nook area, we're going to turn that actually into the fire pit zone like I talked about before. Hope to get started on that rather soon. Not exactly sure when, but probably within the next 2 or 3 weeks we'll start getting everything mapped out. And then I don't know exact placements yet, but trampoline will get moved, pool has to stay. My oldest son actually came up with the idea of removing the pool and putting the fire pit where the pool is, and oh wow, the wife, his mom, shut it down and shut it down hard and blamed the idea on me, which I immediately denied and was like, no, it's all on your son. That was his idea, not mine. I promise. So yeah, the fire pit will be gone. Trampoline will be moved up into that area there-ish. Yeah, there-ish. And then, we're going to customize the swing set because that's what I do. I customize things. And looking at I've been spending way too much time looking at the owner's manual of that thing and actually trying to figure out, the best assembly route. So you don't even know what I got yet, so you're gonna have to wait and see. But I've been doing a lot of prep work for that. And so far it's looking really, really good. And it's going to be fantastic. We're gonna have zip lines, slack lines, everything but a slide. So now one last thing though, however, before we call this quits. If y'all, look at me on the Instagrams, which I know you do, you like it, you can't get enough of it. Maybe I should do TikTok. Maybe I already am doing TikTok and I'm trolling all those, youngins, those whippersnappers with, me taking out the trash and things like that, stuff dads do. But behind here, oh yeah, I bought lots of seeds. Paul's Prime Cuts thinks I'm having to plant them all at Matt's house. I might have to. I bought a lot of seeds, and then I didn't really know how many seeds were in each pack because everything's weighted by like grams and milligrams. So I found a website that gave an estimations. Yeah, website with estimations of how many seeds are like, in a pack based on weight. And holy cow, I'm gonna have a lot of plants if everything actually takes off and works. But you all know me. That's not going to happen. I'm going to get like 10% success rate. But back there, we're having all sorts of good stuff. I'm going to have tomatoes and peppers and cucumbers and green beans. We're going to have watermelons and, strawberries, but I bought a kind of strawberry that those little kind of tiny ones you usually see in your yard. If you don't do anything about it, and come to find out, I bought the wrong strawberry. So I have to get some more strawberry seeds for some that are actually, you can actually slice. But then behind the shed, behind the shed where the remnants of the gazebo lay and wait for something better. Well, something better's going there. And that's called 100-pound pumpkins. I'm going to make a pumpkin I can wear. And if I get one that big, count on this now. Mark this day. I will wear that pumpkin because that's what I'm going to do. It's going to be my Halloween costume for the year. So I hope you all like it. But yeah, that's the weird 75-ish degrees plus or minus 5 January 11th day we have here in 2020, the new decade. Plotting out the rise of the pillars for my 4 pillars of success. They will be repurposed and repurposed well. So hey, with that, thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for episode number 2 of what's in that beast back there, that he shed, not a she shed, that's a freaking he shed, and he likes it. To see what's back in there, it's really, really cool. I'm trying to do fancy stuff and it takes a little bit longer. It's starting to rain now. I have to get back inside before I ruin everything. Thank you all for watching. Real Low Dad, Mike. Good night, everybody. Happy decade.